Happy Monday, my beautiful soul tribe. Okay, so we're going to do tarot, but before we get started on the tea or whatever's going to come up with tarot, Spirit has drawn me to use my crystal stone deck, and let's just see why, but it's this right here, okay? I've had this deck for quite some time, but I have not broke it out in a while, to be honest, so I guess this will be just maybe a crystal to help us, the collective, process the energy, right, that we're going through at this time. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, spirits, so please and thank you, Most High, archangels, ancestors of the highest by light, please bring forward the message that is most beneficial for my collective at this time. Which crystal is going to, okay, this one. Okay, let's read it. The topaz looks like that. That's so crazy. I just bought one of these yesterday, actually. I went crystal shopping yesterday. So the topaz is the world's hardest silicone-based mineral. It comes from the Sanskrit word for fire, okay? In the Middle Ages, it was believed to cure craziness. Okay? Anyways, who needs this? Anyone burning at the midnight oil, the candle at both ends, burning bridges, or all of the above. Where to put it? Wherever the action needs to happen. When to use it. When you're aiming in the right direction but keep misfiring. Passion is totally indispensable, but if you're not careful with it, it might burn you up. Call on Topaz to transform wild obsessions into laser focus and burning desires into getting things done. Okay. So whatever situation we're about to talk about may have to do with burning some bridges. Okay. Are you just burning, maybe someone's been feeling burnt out. Anyway, Spirit is suggesting the topaz for whoever this message is for. Topaz. All right? So let's go ahead and see what's in the tea of what's going on here, Spirit. Please and thank you. We're just going to start with tarot. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a good weekend myself. It was nice and relaxing, and I spent it with some good friend and did some shopping. Oh, I got a lot of new crystals. Here's this one. I forget what this one's called, but is it not gorgeous? It's beautiful. I actually got these at an antique shop, believe it or not. I'll have to show y'all my other ones another time. All right, Spirit. What's going on in this energy? First of all, my collective who needs this topaz. What is my collective's energy right now? Why do they need this topaz? Oh, yeah. You're a wounded warrior, sweetheart. You're a wounded warrior, okay? And you've been going through some pretty tough things. It says, even when things are tough and seem insurmountable, you stand firm and ride out the storm. You're willing to do what it takes to get to the finish line. The Nine of Wands encourages you to keep pushing. You do have a support system. Trust in yourself and take help where it's offered. Okay, so maybe you're in need of some support, or maybe you're the person who's always there for everybody else, and now it's time for someone to be there for you. And Spirit's saying, even if you feel alone in the physical, you do have spiritual support. You have support. You have the divine support here. They want you to be courageous and persistent. They know that you're weary, but they also want you to remember how resilient you are. Okay, you could have recently gone through a test of faith. Maybe, burning bridges and setting boundaries. Okay, you could have been up against a lot of pessimistic energies as you were going through this test of faith. Okay, but yeah, you're in this wounded warrior energy, feeling tired, but you are resilient. Okay, so why are you in the wounded warrior energy? Like, what is the opposite energy? What's the energy that's causing you to be in this Nine of Wands? Okay, has to do with work or investments here. Could have to do with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, earth sign energy, possibly. Doesn't have to be. So either you are, really pushing yourself as far as your education goes. Maybe you're in a higher education, higher learning environment, or you could be starting up a business, or just working. You're just working. You're putting a lot of work into something. Okay, you're being diligent and passionate and working hard. You're trying to master something. Maybe this is spiritually. Maybe you're doing your spiritual work and you're becoming a master at your talents. Okay, new skills, new gifts could be developing for you at this time, and there's a lot of positive potential. Okay, you have a lot of positive potential, but Spirit's saying, we know you're tired, baby, but don't quit now. Don't give up now is what I'm hearing. You've come so far. You put so much effort and energy already into whatever this is, whatever this thing you've been working on is, and I feel like you are crossing the finish line of something is what I'm hearing. What is crossing the finish line? Oh yeah, baby. Knight of Wands, okay? Your actions are leading you towards what you're standing your ground on here. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be a fire sign. We got fire sign and earth sign energy out here. So some adventure. You have some inspired action towards an adventure, or something's adventurous. But it's also unpredictable. So it's something that's unknown, right? Like Spirit's not showing you the answers yet on something. This is why it's a test of faith, okay? You act and then you see. Usually I feel like what Spirit's telling me here is like you see and then you act. That's normally like you see things before they come. You see things before they happen. You know how to act when things come because Spirit shows you. But for this specific scenario, whatever this may be for you, it's a test of faith because Spirit's telling you act and then you get to see. So it's whatever this is, it's dependent on the actions that you are taking. Are you going to give up? Are you going to be persistent, right? On whatever this is. Are you going to be pessimistic or are you going to be optimistic in whatever this is, right? And so this could be like taking you outside of your comfort zone because you're used to seeing and then acting. But it's something's different now. It's like you have to act first. What is this? Action. Yeah, options, right? You make your decision and then more options appear is what I'm hearing. So normally it's like, okay, I have option A, B, C, and D, and then I act. This time it's like you take an action and then whatever your options are, then they appear. I don't know. This is weird. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't quite understand it. Okay, but that's what they're telling me. Maybe when you need to, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you already do. I don't know. But yeah, something about acting then seeing. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, you're looking good and feeling fierce. Even if you are in the Nine of Wands, feeling like the wounded warrior, okay, feeling weary. Spirit's saying you look good at it, baby. You're looking good and you're feeling fierce. Whether you realize, this is what other people see. People see you looking good and they think you're fierce. Even if you don't always feel it. That is how Spirit sees you and that is how other people see you. Yeah, no more playing victim. Okay, you're not playing victim. You're not trying to, you're not letting nobody play victim with you either. Okay? The world, you could have had a lot of people come against you at one time. But you're not the victim here. You're going to continue to look good and feel fierce and take actions towards whatever this is that Spirit has set you on the path to. Yeah, and that's what's bringing in your opportunities. You take action, then you see. I keep hearing that. But you got opportunities coming in from somebody. Maybe somebody was trying to block this from you. Block some communication and messages about an opportunity from coming to you. But the road is clear. The path is clear. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing.